Jackson's involvement in the scandal remains controversial to this day. He reportedly refused the $5,000 bribe on 2 occasions despite the fact that it would effectively double his salary, only to have teammate Lefty Williams toss the cash on the floor of his hotel room. Jackson then tried to tell White Sox owner Charles Comiskey about the fix, but Comiskey refused to meet with him. Unable to afford legal counsel, Jackson was represented by team attorney Alfred Austrian, a clear conflict of interest. Before Jackson's grand jury testimony, Austrian allegedly elicited Jackson's admission of his supposed role in the fix by plying him with whiskey. Austrian was also able to persuade the nearly illiterate Jackson to sign a waiver of immunity from prosecution. Years later, the other 7 players implicated in the scandal confirmed that Jackson was never at any of the meetings. Williams said that they only mentioned Jackson's name to give their plot more credibility, although he did not say why Jackson would have been paid $5,000 had that been the case. Jackson's performance during the series itself lends further credence to his assertions, although the game records show that he hit better during the clean games than those which were thrown. A 1993 article in the American Statistician reported the results of the statistical analysis of Jackson's contribution during the 1919 World Series, and concluded that there was substantial support to Jackson's subsequent claims of innocence. An article in the September 2009 issue of Chicago Lawyer magazine argued that Elliot Asinoff's 1963 book Eight Men Out, purporting to confirm Jackson's guilt, was based on inaccurate information. For example, Jackson never confessed to throwing the series as Asinoff claimed. Further, Asinoff omitted key facts from publicly available documents such as the 1920 grand jury records and proceedings of Jackson's successful 1924 lawsuit against Comiskey to recover back pay for the 1920 and 1921 seasons. Asinoff's use of fictional characters within a supposedly non-fiction account added further questions about the historical accuracy of the book. Jackson remains on MLB's ineligible list, which automatically precludes his election to the National Baseball Hall of Fame. In 1989, MLB Commissioner A. Bartlett Giamatti declined to reinstate Jackson because the case was now best given to historical analysis and debate as opposed to present-day review with an reinstatement. In November 1999, the U.S. House of Representatives passed a resolution lauding Jackson's sporting achievements and encouraging MLB to rescind his ineligibility. The resolution was symbolic, since the U.S. government has no jurisdiction in the matter. Commissioner Bud Selig stated at the time that Jackson's case was under review, but no decision was issued during Selig's tenure. In 2015, the Shoeless Joe Jackson Museum formally petitioned Commissioner Rob Manfred for reinstatement, on grounds that Jackson had more than served his sentence in the 95 years since his banishment by Landis. Manfred denied the request after an official review. The results of this work demonstrate to me that it is not possible now, over 95 years since those events took place and were considered by Commissioner Landis to be certain enough of the truth to overrule Commissioner Landis' determinations, he wrote. In 2020, ESPN reported that MLB had shifted its policy and that the league has no hold on banned players after they die because the ineligible list bars players from privileges that include a job with a major league club. It isn't clear how this will affect Jackson's Hall of Fame prospects.